Yo, what's up, chats? Today we got a lot to go over, and I just want to get right into it. If you're new here, I cover all the big gaming news, so if a chat like you is into that, then subscribe. We're on the road to 150,000 subscribers, so every little bit helps. And guys, our first story do be giving me a little bit of that sad, okay? Because we're hearing that PS5 pre-order price is $6.99 US on Play Asia, and it got fans praying it's a placeholder. In other news, it's basically making fans to put like both of their hands together and pray that it's not that expensive. But I'm gonna be honest, $6.99. I'm a RTX 2080 Ti holder, and I'm gonna be honest, $6.99 is not that expensive. Smash a like button for me to be brave. But of course, when you look at $6.99, it do be feeling a lot expensive. I got to agree with you. And you know what? A lot of people are making comparison. Understand, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an astronaut, but a lot of scientists and astronauts have been baffled, right? They have been making comparison that PS5 is gonna have an equivalent of RTX 2070, but Xbox is a thick boy. It's gonna have 2080, but definitely not Ti, but RTX 2080. That's like what the scientists and the PC gurus are saying, not me. So when you take all of that into consideration, knowing the fact that PS5 is gonna be having that SSD that Sony has been boasting about, $6.99 is not that expensive. But of course, like, do I want that price? Absolutely not, okay? And you know what? This is one of those arguments people are making. Hey, like, when phones come out, they are like $1,000. So you're telling me you cannot pay $700 for a console that will be coming out 7 years after PS4, right? And I totally understand where people are coming from, but you gotta also understand this point that we're talking about a console, right? That is also gonna be having those PlayStation Plus membership. Xbox got that Xbox Live that you gotta pay like $70 approximately. If you're in Canada, I'm in Canada, so that currency exchange rate definitely hurts, okay? I do be catching the big sad, but here's the thing, man. I think this is a placeholder. I don't think this is legit. Like, if it's legit, like, hey, I don't know, man. I will get that erectile dysfunction for sure. But this is coming from another website, right? And right here, the disc-less version, the PS5 Digital Edition, is gonna be costing about 549 pounds or euros. I think these are euros. And Amazon also leaked the fact that they actually put up this listing a day before PS5 was revealed. I would give that a lot more credibility than all of these other websites. I would say Amazon was spitting gospel. I think it was spitting facts, and I definitely think that it's gonna be like $5.99, right? 599 pounds. And a lot of scientists are also saying that, hey, like, if it's $5.99 for European people, of course, like, they're gonna be juicing those European people. They're gonna be sucking the money out of them. For the US people, it's gonna be $5.99 US instead of like 760 US dollars. I mean, these currency exchange rates are definitely giving me the big sad, but here's the light of hope, right? I don't think it's gonna be costing that much moolah, guys, because if it's 599 pounds, I mean, for the Canadian people out there, that's gonna be a lot, okay? But a little light of hope. This one is coming from Xbox marketing lead and says that PS5 price won't be over $499. And this is the direct quote, because Anthony was like, hey man, the rumor is putting it at $600. And then Albert Pinello says that I believe in the saying never say never, but I gotta say never. No way this console is over $499 US. So you gotta understand, this is coming from the Team Green, from an Xbox employee. So I mean, I would assume that he knows something that we don't. And I'm gonna be honest, I really don't think it's gonna cost less than $499 or above $599. I think the sweet spot is definitely $499 or $599. And you know what, the digital version, it's probably gonna be costing us like $50 cheaper. They're not gonna make it $100. But this is one of the arguments that I'm gonna present, and you know what, let's get into that theory. Who knows, it might be $100 cheaper. And the only reason that can be $100 cheaper, best case scenario, they might sell that digital version $100 cheaper, because they know that if you actually buy that, they're gonna be warming you up to the idea of, hey, do not buy discs, because if you do not buy discs, they profit off of you more, because they wouldn't have to worry about like printing discs. They wouldn't have to waste time like creating the artwork, you know, like they wouldn't have to print all of that, because that actually costs a little bit of money, okay? And if you buy that digital version, the chances are you're gonna end up buying more memberships, right? And who knows what they're gonna have. They're probably gonna have the PlayStation Plus membership. They're gonna have the PS Now, and they're probably gonna add a little bit more spice, you know, just like hey, here you go, you know, just spend more money. They're probably gonna make it like, hey, like, if you want to play PS2 games, PS3 games, no backwards compatibility, but hey, pay $60 and unlock that backwards compatibility for a year. I can see that happen, right? That's the only way we can see PS5 Digital Edition cost $100 less, but realistically, it's probably gonna be $50 cheaper, guys. So $449 for digital version, and $499 for the base PS5, or $549 for the digital version and $599 for the base version. And if that's real, I mean, hey, if you're in Canada like me, yo, we're gonna catch the big set, like the currency exchange rate. But speaking of Xbox, Aaron Greenberg, he dropped some deuces on the Sony ponies, says that congrats to our friends at Sony on their show today. Xbox fans should know titles like GTA 5, Resident Evil Village, Hitman 3, NBA 2K1, or 21, you know, Extra Sweat, Pragmata, etc. are going to look and play great on the Series X, the world's most powerful console. Said right after that Sony pony reveal on June 11, 6:05 p.m. You know, that's kind of crazy. And I like when Xbox tries to go gangster, and I also like when Sony tries to go gangster on the Xbox, right? Like, I like this, right? Because of course, like, Aaron is kind of like going in, and I like people when they go in, right? Like, do not add me, smash the like button for me to be brave though. But I really like this. I think that both consoles are gonna be good. Of course, like, Xbox is a tech boy, gonna be more powerful, it's bulky. PS5 is gonna be taller, you know, it's a faster boy. I'm really excited for both of these consoles. Needless to say, I want both of them out because that's the way we're gonna get GTA 6. And speaking of that, of course, right before I get into that, I gotta actually put it on the screen. Please don't be offended. Like, I got my hands up, okay? This is, I'm not saying that. Analysts are saying that. They're saying PlayStation 5 will outsell Xbox Series X, predicts analysts. I mean, this is definitely gonna get people offended. And if this offends you, definitely let everything out in the comments, okay? I give you permission. But speaking of GTA 6, this has been a disaster, right? Like, of course, and once again, I quickly want to say this news is coming from Jason Schrier, so this isn't coming from any leaker or anything like that. This is coming from ex-Kotaku Jason Schrier. Now I believe he joined Bloomsburg, right? And he was the original guy to say that GTA 6 is still a ways away. It's in early development. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, but it is gonna be Rockstar's next biggest game. So we know that GTA 6 is Rockstar's next game, but you know what? When you see stuff like that, and you know what? This meme is the perfect example, because this is GTA 5 on the PS3, this is GTA 5 on the PS4, this is GTA 5 on the PC, and this is GTA 5 on the PS5. Man, I think we're gonna be 80 years old. But Jason Schrier did a podcast, and this is what he said.
So why don't we just go through all the announcements so we can kind of react to each of them.
I'm surprised that you weren't as excited as I was about the very first reveal. Which
same.
Was thrilling.
The very first was a real bombshell. Gotta wonder what was the thought process behind this. It must have involved money somehow, because the first thing they showed was Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out in 2013. And the funny thing is,
a new question mark game? Question mark?
I think it would have been like totally cool and impressive if they had shown it running on PS5, but they were very deliberate about saying this is PS4 footage of the game. So they couldn't even show next gen footage of it. Hello, baby. They couldn't even show next gen footage of the game, which is hilarious. Yeah, she's pissed. My daughter is very upset about that. But yeah, they announced that it's coming to PS5 remastered next year, but didn't actually show us what it'll be like on PS5.
I was half expecting Skyrim to come after that.
Yeah, Skyrim's going to come out
and
next.
Also Skyrim. Yeah.
I will say that I know a lot of people out there, especially a lot of like rabid GTA fans, probably skewing younger, have been upset because I said that GTA 6 was kind of early and was in early development and will be out for another few years. I think if GTA 5 coming out next year to PS5 isn't evidence of that, then like I don't know what else you'll believe, because GTA 6 is a ways away. Like I would not expect that game for, I mean, maybe like at the end of 2022. 2023 I think is more realistic for a game like that.
So maybe we're not gonna be 80 years old. I really hope it comes out like by 2023. I think I can't wait till 2023. But I hope 2022. That's what the leaks were saying. And when he first came out and said that, hey, it's still a ways away, I thought that he meant like 2026, 2030, 2050. Of course, I'm exaggerating. You already know. I really hope it comes out 2023, right? Like 2023 max. I hope it doesn't get delayed. But knowing Rockstar, they're probably gonna delay it. Like that's how they work. They're gonna be putting out GTA 5 on the PS6, guys. But this is coming from Next Gen Player. He says that Jim Ryan, and of course I heard this too. Like I was actually watching the PS5 stream, and Jim Ryan during the PS5 reveal said that Rockstar marketing deal will continue on PS5, and he claims that this seems to be hinting at the fact that PS5 version of GTA 5. This is gonna be beyond that, right? And he's expecting a partnership for the future Rockstar games, including GTA 6. And there were rumors that said that GTA 6 is gonna be 1 month exclusive on the PS5. And I believe Sony and Rockstar Games, both of them came out and they were like, nah man, we're not gonna do this. And I really think they're not gonna do like a 1 month exclusive. If they do that, that's gonna start WW4, right? Like, I can't say certain words on YouTube. I really hope that's not true, but they're probably gonna give PS5 players like, you know, $1 million for GTA Online, you know, go buy microtransactions. On the flip side, you know what, we're hearing that Warzone is gonna be having a new update, and this update is potentially gonna bring 200 players to Battle Royale. Comes from Charlie Intel. Treat it as a rumor, but you know what, there were leaks last year that said that Battle Royale Warzone is gonna be 150 players, but internally they were also testing 200 players. They felt like optimizing 150 players for Battle Royale because they felt like, hey, it was running like butter. But leaks also suggested that in the future they're probably gonna make it 200 players, and the fact that I'm saying this, well, it's possible, right? So I really hope that's true. And on the other hand, we're also hearing that Infinity Ward is gonna be updating the Warzone UI in an upcoming update to improve visibility into all available modes, and Plunder will be returning soon. So that's pretty good though. These are the tweets. Face Swag was like, hey, can you guys put quads back at the top? Take it out of the playlist, please. And Josika was like, hey, we'll be back in there after the weekend. And the next big update, there are further improvements to the UI to allow for more room visibility. And TY, he's a Canadian like me, he says that, hey, where did Plunder Blood Money go? It's the only game mode that me and my friends play. And we were chasing 300 Plunder wins this week. And I love the French accent, man. I do speak French though, so I'm not trying to meme. It will be back soon. Just made room for multiplayer trial and Warzone Rumble. I love it too. And speaking of Star Wars Squadron, this was leaked, I believe, by Microsoft on the Microsoft Store. And I really thought that it's gonna be revealed during like the EA Play or something like that. That's gonna be coming on June 18. I'm definitely gonna be live streaming, so if you're new, like and subscribe, turn notifications on. I got you. Let's hope we hear something about Battlefield, but I think we're way too early. But this was something that was leaked, and now we have the trailer, and I gotta be honest, like it do be looking pretty good. But I really can't give my opinion because I'm not really into Star Wars. I know Jack about the story, right? Like, I never played any Star Wars games. I never watched any Star Wars movie. The trailer looks good, but a lot of people are saying, hey, it's EA, you know, it's a CGI. Do be looking pretty good though, but it is all about gameplay, and I agree. And speaking of Call of Duty 2020, a lot of sad news, guys. But first things first, this is coming from a man, Austin. You know, because of course it do be feeling like this, everybody, and this is kind of suspect because Treyarch, I think this is a little bit of a reach, you know. I'll say that because people on the Reddits are kind of finding this out. People are saying, hey, this is a good catch for sure, and I agree because Treyarch, they have 114 videos uploaded on their YouTube channel, and whatever they put out next, I hope, and a lot of people are hoping that the next video they will put out is gonna be the Call of Duty 2020 reveal or a Zombies tease or something along those lines. And that's probably gonna be their 115th video, and you know, 115, that's a Zombies reference. I'm actually excited, but you know what, when you see stuff like this is coming from the Gaming Revolution. He dropped this meme just half an hour ago and says that, hey, when you haven't left your computer, he is referencing, talking about Treyarch, when you haven't left your computer in 6 months, but Call of Duty 2020 still isn't ready and Activision won't delay it. And that's quite sad, right? Of course, I don't want Call of Duty 2020 to delay. I want to make this very clear. I don't want it, but when you tell me the game isn't ready, then you know what, delay it, right? Like, of course, I don't want this game to be delayed, but if the game isn't ready, if you're telling me it's gonna be buggy at launch, it's not gonna have the content, but it's gonna have surprise mechanics, I would say just delay it maybe till like March 2021. But let's be real, like, we're talking Activision, guys. Like, they're not gonna delay it. Best case scenario, and that's just my opinion, that's just my assumption based off of what Tom Henderson leaked yesterday, right? Like, I talked about it, I covered it in my last video. Basically claims that Call of Duty reveal might be pushed back into August. So yeah, I do be catching I do be catching the big sad right now, but I really think like they're not gonna delay it that much. If anything, they're probably gonna delay it till like December, and I hope that they do not put this game out in October. Like, by the looks of it, they're not ready. And of course, we do not have the reveal. It was supposed to happen in May. Like, they always put out in May. And the fact that it's not happening till August, according to leaks, that screams to me the game is not ready. So Activision, I would say honestly, delay it till March 2021. Put out Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer instead. But let me know your thoughts below, guys. I think I'm sad though. I quite sad, right? But as soon as we get anything more, I'll keep all of you starting up in the loop. So like and subscribe. Click on any of the video on the screen. It will give you a kick of dopamine. That's my promise, and I will see you right there.